Hi everyone, it's Kate from The Fold Line, and this week I'm bringing you a different sort of video. I am having a sewing half term. So I've managed to carve out 3 days where I actually get to sew for me for once, which is something that never happens. And I just thought I'd take you along with me and show you what I'm doing. I've got a massive pile of fabric in front of me, all here, and I'm just going to show you what I'm planning to make. Obviously, I probably won't get it all done. I mean, you know what it's like. I have big plans and not a huge amount of time, but I'll show you what I'm thinking. So, the first thing that I've actually already started is the named Helmy blouse. I'm making this version here, the sort of little tunic dress. So I cut it out last night. I then started sewing and I got really into it, and I've almost finished it actually. So I've got the bodice done, and this is the skirt panel, and this fabric is from the Draper's Daughter, and I think it might be a Nanny Eero, I can't quite remember, but it's beautiful and I'm really, really happy with it. The other thing I will say is, interrupting myself on my run of stuff, I spent a long time thinking about what I actually needed for my wardrobe. I haven't done that for ages. I work at home, I don't go to an office, I don't go to parties that often. So I don't need party dresses, I don't need smart clothes, I just need clothes that I'm actually going to wear. And I really thought long and hard about what would be useful in my wardrobe, what my wardrobe's missing, and the core thing is separate. So I don't know if you guys do this, but I like have a plan of what I'm going to make, and then someone releases a party dress and I just decide to make it in a floral fabric, and then actually it's not really me and I don't end up wearing it, and I feel like that's really wasteful. And as one knows, like sewing, we do it because we love it. It's not really saving us money, so it's a waste of money to make things that I don't wear. So I'm really had a long hard think about what I need. One, I don't wear pattern very much apart from stripes, but I'm not a big pattern person. I wear a lot of plain, so I've really thought about what I want to make, and I've been kind of careful. So so I've got the Helmy tunic, which I really am I haven't tried it on yet, but I'm feeling like this might become like a core classic for me. Next up, I am making the Callie shirt from Closet Case Files. I'm going to make the cropped version, but I'm going to add this collar onto it, so a proper collar. I'm really excited about making this. I traced off the pattern last night, so I'm going to cut it out this morning. The fabric I've got for that is a really simple, it's a navy, obviously navy because that's all I wear. It's a navy rayon twill, really lovely and soft. I bought this from Simply Fabrics. They had about 4 meters on the roll, and I just said I needed it all because to me this is like the perfect fabric. So those are my two sort of shirts. Tops and jumpers. So I've got this, I'm going to pull it out actually. So this from I Am Patterns, this is the Sirius jumper. It was released a couple of years ago, and I've always loved it. So the thing I really like it, so it's kind of a jumper, but it's got this inverted pleat with fabric in it, sort of little pleated fabrics in the back. So I really like that. So what I'm going to make that in is, I've got this beautiful speckle. I've actually I've cut it out. So this beautiful speckle, come on Kate, sweatshirting. It's from Stoff and Still. It's brushback, so it's really lovely and soft. And then the inverted pleat is this fabric, so I have got a print. This Rachel gave me for my birthday last year, and I still haven't used it. It is from Wear Lemonade. They do their own range. They're a French pattern company, and they do their own range of printed fabrics. So that is what I'm going to make in that. The other thing I'm going to make, and I'm going to make a few of them, is the Grain Line Linden sweatshirt, which everyone in the world has made apart from me. I'm really excited about making this. I think this might be a real classic. I've actually got I think I'm going to whip up a few of them because I don't think they'll take me that long. So first and foremost, I've got this fabric. So it's a quilted sweatshirting from Fabrics Galore in a grey. Really excited about using that. I think that would be really nice. I think with this one, I'm going to do it shorter at the front, longer at the back, and have slits in the side. So that's my plan for this version. I've got a bit of an experiment. So I've got this really gorgeous crepe, which I bought in Stoff and Still, which I've had for ages. And I've got just a plain, it's in between a scuba and a Ponte jersey, black. And I was thinking about doing, I don't know if it will work, but a woven top and a stretch sleeve for the Linden. So it sort of looks slightly kind of sports luxe, maybe, if I get it right. It's just a bit of an experiment. I think I'll probably line this to give it a bit more structure, but I thought if that works, that could be a really nice way for me to do sort of tops. And on that vein, so if I get that one done and it works, I've got this beautiful ikat. I love how I said I'm not using prints, and everything I'm showing you has got a print. So I've got this beautiful ikat, which I've had for about 2 years. It was from Sew Over It ages ago, and I think I might do the same, to have an ikat front and stretch sleeves, if that works. What else have I got? Oh, you can tell I'm quite over ambitious. This is I Am Lion from I Am Patterns. This has got like a puffed sleeve, quite a simple construction. I just really liked it. I bought this beautiful fabric, which I think you can still get. Can you see? I mean, variety is not the spice of life for me. This is from Guthrie Ghani. It's a loop back. I would call it a French terry because it's not as thick as a sweatshirting, but it's got more structure than a Ponte. So I've got that to make that. What else have I? Sorry, I'm making the camera shake. Oh, I've got this beautiful fabric, again, another print, even though I said I'm making everything in plain. This beautiful fabric, which is the Atelier Brunette gauze, double gauze from Cotton Reel Studio. I think she still has some more. And I'm going to make the grain line Hadley top. So quite a simple construction. It's got a little kind of pleat at the back. I'll show you a line drawing. I just really like the cut of it, and I think if it could be a good one just for general tops. If the grain line thing, or going back to grain line, if the grain line thing all works out really well, I've got I've got this sweatshirting from Stoff and Still. I've got this sweatshirting from Cotton Reel Studio. It's the Atelier Brunette little French terry. And I've got this one as well from Stoff and Still. So I can make a load of sweatshirts. And if I get all of that finished, which I obviously will not, I really want to make a coat. I don't have a pattern. I was sort of looking at the Sew Over It cocoon coat, but I'm not 100% sure. But I bought this beautiful fabric from Sew Over It. I think it is the fabric that was in the cocoon. I think the sample was made in this, and it's really gorgeous. And yeah, so that is my plan. I mean, is it achievable, guys? I'm not sure. I will keep you updated. This could be a super long video, by the way. Morning team. So it's day 2 in the Big Brother house. I had a good day yesterday. I actually got loads done. I was quite chuffed with myself. I just thought I'd show you what I've done. Today I feel like I'm not going to be as productive. But yeah, I'll show you what I got done yesterday. So I got 3 things finished, which is pretty mega. So the first was that grain line that I told you about. So in the quilted jersey, little cuffing. I was a bit ashamed actually because I wanted to get a perfect match, but I couldn't find the ribbing in exactly the same colour, but still pretty good. I also made it so that it's slightly longer at the back and it has little like slits at the side. Which I quite like as well. So that was the last thing I did. The second thing I did was the I Am Patterns Sirius jumper, which is here. this was actually a bit, I did find this a little tricky to do actually, but I kind of got there in the end. So it's quite simple from the front, little funnel neck, and then on the back it's got the this cool like pleat insertion bit. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with it actually. It looks nice on. It's a nice shape actually, because I've got a slight tummy, and it's sort of having this sort of panel at the back makes it quite a nice sort of fluted shape from the bust, and skims over my tummy, which is nice. And then last but not least, I finished off the helmet, and I actually wore this out last night. Let me show you. I'm super pleased with it actually. It is such a nice shape pattern. I think this is going to become my kind of classic shape to go to. In terms of in terms of fit, what did I do? I think I cut out a UK 12, and then from the waist I then graded out to a 14 around my bottom, which is what I usually have to do. The construction of this is so easy. I really like it. I just think it's a really great pattern, and I'm quite inspired actually to do some more patterns from from Named Clothing now I've done this one. So today's challenge is the Cali shirt. I feel like if I just get that done today, I'd be quite chuffed. Yeah, so that is it, team. I will report back tomorrow with some progress. I might, if I remember, I might do some progress reports today. Bye. Morning everyone. So I'm sorry I'm makeupless this morning. I had quite a good day yesterday. I didn't get like loads and loads done. I sort of was feeling like I'm starting to get flu, so I sort of took it easy basically. But I did get one thing complete, which I'm wearing, which is this. So this is the Linden sweatshirt, but this is like a crepe. I think I showed you guys. Yeah, so it's a crepe. This is jersey, and then it's got ribbing on the cuff as well as up here. I'm really pleased with this. I think this is something that I'm going to wear a lot. When I started making it, I actually thought that I needed to line it to give it a bit more structure. So you can see underneath, sorry, it's very creased. Yeah, I lined it, and it's also made it like a little bit warmer, which is also a mega bonus for me. I started making the Cali shirt, so I've got, it's kind of in bits. Hang on, where are we? Here we go. So I've got the kind of bodice together, the back bit's done. Again, very creased, but I'm gonna I might do that today, or I might do another Linden, and I've actually been thinking that I kind of want to make something for my boyfriend as well. So anyway, watch this space. I will be back tomorrow with the final day and show you. Hello, morning everyone. So it's my last, so I had my last day yesterday of my sewing half term. It went really well. I sort of completely went off kilter on what I was going to make. I'll show you what I made. So the first thing I'm wearing my grey night Linden, which I love. It is so comfy. This quilted jersey is amazing. I don't know, yeah, I probably did show you in the other videos, but it's got little slits at the side and it's slightly longer at the back, which I really like. Yeah, I think I'm going to wear this a lot, and I've got plans for more already. So what I actually ended up making was, so I made something for my boyfriend, which was very nice of me. I made the I Am Patterns Artemis, and I made one for myself a while ago, and I wear it at home all the time. It's kind of like a house coat, it's really snuggly, and he was basically really jealous of it. So I had some wool which has been sort of sitting around for a while, and I decided to make him a version, which I've got here. I will say, I know I've seemed like I've made loads, but I'd made this already before, and actually this is super fast to make. So this is it. I'll show you. It's really simple. It's got kind of these pockets here. I put one button on the front. I bound the, I had some bias binding left over from another thing I did, so I bound the centre back seam. Yeah, it's just like a sort of really snuggly sort of cardi. I'm, yeah, just really happy with it. And the wool I used was from, it's from the Cloth House, and it's really nice. I don't know if you can see, it's got a slight twill to it. And yeah, really nice and soft, and it's quite thick, so it feels like a really sort of warm, cozy jumper. The final thing that I made, well, started making, so this was a bit off kilter, coat. So I've been looking at coats, and this one is part of the new Vogue collection. I'll show it to you, this one. So I'm making that version there. It's like, if I show you the line drawing, it might be easy to see. So it's this version. It's basically like a sort of a bomber jacket mixed with a tailored jacket. And I just saw it and I thought, oh, that's actually quite cool. I quite like the idea of that. Not too much, like, quite easy to make. So I started making that. So I know we all have these issues, but Vogue Patterns and McCall's, I wish they'd put the finished garment measurements on their thing, because I was talking about it in my Instagram stories, but I'd made it, you know. Basically, it says that I should have made a size large according to my actual measurements. But I was like, that seems a little excessive. So I made a medium, which is in theory a UK size 12 to 14, bust 34 to 36, waist 26 to 28. I'm like 30-inch waist, so I was slightly concerned. I made a medium and it was massive. Like, I honestly, I've taken a lot off the side seams. I've taken a lot off the sleeve and as well. It's sort of just the shell at the moment because I'm actually waiting for the correct zip. So I've got this really lovely fabric from Simply Fabrics. I'll show it to you. It's like this sort of mottly wool. So it's literally just the shell at the moment. Maybe if I put it on and I can show it to you. I'm going to put it on. So I've got it on. It's going to be quite a nice one, I think. So there'll be ribbing around here. There'll be ribbing on the cuff. It has a zip down the centre front. It's got pockets at the side, just little sort of inseam pockets. Yeah, so I'm really excited about this. I think it could be nice. I mean, it's taken so long to fit it. I was really shocked at sort of how much I needed to do, because Vogue patterns usually fit me quite well, and I had to take loads off the shoulder as well. So yeah, I did quite a lot of tweaking, and what I should have done, because we all should, is do a toile, but I didn't do a toile. I just went straight in with my fabric. But yeah, I think I'm going to be pleased with this. I think it will be a nice one, and it feels nice and cozy already. Yeah, so that's it. So I feel like kind of looking back over it and having 3 days, I actually found it quite almost a bit too intense because I got so overexcited by everything that I wanted to do. But I think it is really nice to like stop from your life and actually take a bit of time. I think it's really important, and for me, I feel really kind of feel really excited about sewing again, and I hadn't felt like that for ages. I found it almost a bit of a chore, sewing, which I know sounds weird, but I think for me, because I'm surrounded by it and talking about it all the time, actually having it as a hobby again was really nice. And making things that I didn't have to make, I found that really kind of just making things that I wanted to do just like a hobby again. So yeah, I feel like it's been a really sort of nice few days. I'm really sorry because I feel like this video is probably going to be like 4 hours long. So if it isn't 4 hours long, or if it is 4 hours long and you're still watching, thank you for making it this far, because I know it was probably quite a mission to watch me for this long. Yeah, so let's have a recap. So I made 2 grain line Lindens. I made an I Am Patterns Artemis for my boyfriend. I made the I Am Patterns Sirius one, which is the one with the pleats in the back. I made the Named Clothing Helmy tunic. and I started the Cali, so I've got 5 things done and I've got 2 things in progress. So I've got this and the Cali shirt. I just didn't feel like doing it like yesterday. It's quite kind of, you have to really think and concentrate, and I wasn't quite in the mood for it, so I will finish that, but that's kind of an in progress thing. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy watching my sewing half term. I think I might try and do them every sort of like at least twice a year. Well, I should have them 3 times a year, so it's like school terms. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching it, and we will be back soon with another more normal video, not me just rambling on wearing weird outfits half finished. Yeah, nice to see you, and see you soon. Bye.